Hey guys, Professor Bill, Comic Book University, and Batman Wonder Woman, Brave and the Bold, issue number 1. Okay, now you really need to tighten your shoestrings for this one because this is going to be a heck of a ride. Okay, let's get started. If you do not know too much about Celtic lore, and yes, it's called Celtic, for just case in point, if you think it's called Celtic lore as opposed to Celtic lore, you're already behind on this. It's not your fault, but you're going to have a hard time understanding what's happening here. Just that's the way it's got to be, brother, all right? Celtics is a basketball team. Celtic is Irish mythology. So that's what this is about. This is heavily steeped in Irish mythology. So Wonder Woman and Steve Trevors goes down to Antarctica. There's this nice little place down there, apparently, where, you know, like, there ain't no place like this. But anyway, in the DC universe, apparently there is. They go down there, and they're just chilling. They had 2 days of just chilling. They're hoping to have the full week vacation. No internet, no Wi-Fi, no nothing. Okay? So they go down there, and sure enough, you know, Steve Trevors just had to open his dumb mouth and talk about, oh man, this is nice. Nobody can bother us down here. And suddenly an Irish god shows up. Man, come on. Come on, man. Don't you know? So, this dude, Cernunnos, shows up, and he's just like, oh, Wonder Woman, yes, I am, you know, I'm in charge of copulation around here, so if you want, I could bless your two. Like, he actually goes and calls them, the beast with two backs, which just kills me. That just kills me. I read that, I died. I was resurrected, came back, finished reading the book. Unbelievable, dude. So I like that they're throwing in a little bit of humor with that. She gets summoned to go to Tirnanog, which is just this incredibly beautiful area where this beautiful place, like the seat of the Irish folklore, all right? Like, once you're finished with the whole great hunt, that's it. Boom, this is the place to be, all right? Drinks are free. Not really here, apparently. Anyway, this is the DC Universe version of Tirnanog. So she goes there, and there's a murder. This guest king shows up, and it seems as though there's a murder, and Wonder Woman's the only person who's not entirely sure of this. Cernunnos, obviously, he's a little... Cernunnos is apparently of the same opinion of her, it seems, but he's quiet on this. But that's usually the way that he is. He's all about letting other people figure this stuff out. So anyway, she's just really big into the idea of, listen, we need to figure out what's going on. You can't just blame this poor kid who happened to be here, and like, maybe he just found the body. Maybe he is the murderer. Who knows? But we've got to have a trial. We've got to collect evidence. And this one dude, maybe he's like I think he's like the captain of the guard. He's like, not happening. And I will go through anybody who stops me from enacting revenge. It's like, whoa, dude. So you don't think that maybe you're taking this just a little bit personally? So this was a great little story here. And they might be saying, but wasn't Batman like on the lead of the title? Yeah, it should have been called Wonder Woman Batman because she's in the entire book. Batman, he's just lifting some weights, and he sees the Irish quarter of Gotham City. People aren't walking past 5 blocks. You know what I'm saying? Like maybe a couple of paces past 5 blocks. But everybody's just kind of like wandering in in a little bit of a tiz. So he goes to investigate, like just driving the Batmobile down, literally like Rage Against the Machine song in my head. I'm rolling down Rodeo with a shotgun. I'm just like, dude, like he's literally just driving down with the bat, like, you know, down low. I'm wondering, like, what song is he playing? So he gets out, and he's literally just walking around like full Batman regalia, just walking around down the streets. What's up? I'm Batman. And he goes, and he just sees this one guy looks like a bum. Doesn't just, like, oh, no investigation, no nothing. Just gets up in his face, what do you see? And it's like, oh my God, Christian Bale, calm down. So like, it's like, dude, seriously, man. So, anyway, eventually he's there long enough that he starts to see this crazy stuff. And it's something that actually terrorizes Batman. I want you to think about the word that was used. Didn't say he was afraid. Didn't say he was a little bit scared. Okay, he's not scared. No, he's terrified. So he's just, just, oh my God, like that. So he sees what I believe so far to be the Seelie and Unseelie world kind of combining. That's the way I'm looking at it. Now, that's where this ends. So what do I think about this comic book? Okay, listen. It's going to be hard to give this one a grade because I'm talking about me here. Now, listen. Me personally, Professor Bill, I am steeped in religious, so theological, mythological lore. I love this stuff, okay? I don't know about every single religion out there. I don't know about every single mythology out there. But yeah, when I was a kid, I used to just suck this stuff in. Now, make no mistake, this is serious, deep Irish folklore, okay? You can't watch WWE and see Finn Balor and talk about, oh yeah, Balor's going to show up. He might. You don't know what Balor is. You know what I'm saying? You can't even play Dungeons & Dragons. I've played Dungeons & Dragons. You can't sit here and play Dungeons & Dragons and think that you're going to be able to follow along with something like this, because you see Fomori all over the place. And right away, in you know, Dungeons & Dragons, like, oh, chaotic evil, kill them. No. This is Irish folklore, very specifically. So that is a huge problem for this, because one of the least known of the European mythologies is actually Irish folklore. Who really knows too much about it, right? Believe me, I'm not an expert. I'm reading things in here. I was like, okay, let me Google this. And if you don't know a lot about Irish folklore, you and Google are going to be best friends. Literally, everything's going to be, okay, here's the first panel of this page. Let me say, not really, but yeah, first panel of this particular page. Google, Google, Google. Okay, got it. Move on. Okay, what's this? Crap. Going back over to Google. Just keep your window open, dude. Keep your window open, because you are going to be searching stuff a lot. And that is a huge problem with this comic book. There is nothing to just tell you what there is to know about the Irish folklore. And even then, obviously, since this is the comic book version of this version of the Irish folklore, brother, a huge problem this comic book has is that there is no beginning or end page where it actually starts to explain what they want you, what they need you to know about Irish folklore, about this particular god or this particular area. So you know, like locations. So it's a huge failing on the comic book that they don't do that. If you don't know Irish folklore, you're going to be completely lost in this comic book. The only caveat is that it is one of the most beautiful comic books I've ever seen. Guys, we're just coming off of Wonder Woman Conan, all right? That 6-issue limited series by Gail Simone. One of the most beautifully drawn comic books that I've probably ever seen. This all of a sudden shows up and it's like, yeah, don't worry, that one ended. Now you got this one. Oh my God, it's gorgeous. Absolutely gorgeous. So there's something for everybody here. The problem is everything isn't for everybody. Most things in here are going to confuse you. So unless you already know about Irish folklore, this comic book is going to go over everybody's head, I feel. All right, so just my opinion, Google if you really want to know this stuff. If you really just don't care and you just want to enjoy the story, go ahead and enjoy the story. But make no mistake, there's a lot of things in here that most people are simply not going to get. And I can't hold it against anybody to say that this book is horrible because of that, okay? I disagree. I'm giving this comic book a B+. This is beautiful. Again, one of the most beautiful books I've read. Oh my God, it's gorgeous. Romulo Fajardo Jr., and I'm so sorry, I know I had to have butchered that name. But oh man, like the colors on this, my God, I felt like I was actually in the Sealy Court. It was that beautiful. And Liam Sharp, man, he not only wrote the story, but he drew the story. All right, so everything except for the colors. And honestly, even the print, the lettering in this, absolutely gorgeous. Perfect font for this. So a lot of lore in this, and it's a good thing that Wonder Woman's a part of this, because she does know that these gods are cousins to the gods that she worships, you know? So it's, for the most part, it's done almost perfectly. It's just, again, there is absolutely nothing to indoctrinate the undoctrinated in this comic book, and that's a huge problem with this. Anyway, guys, Professor Bill, Comic Book University. Class dismissed.